Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Tutor Box. In today's class we are going to discuss about sickle cell anemia. In earlier classes we already discussed about the classification of anemia and iron deficiency anemia as well as vitamin B12 deficiency anemia, means pernicious anemia. Now we are going to discuss about the sickle cell anemia. So what is sickle cell anemia? Sickle cell anemia is a inherited disorder. Okay, it is a inherited disorder. Okay, means it is a genetically disorder of hemoglobin. In this inherited disorder, what happened in RBC, we found hemoglobin and there is a mutation in hemoglobin. Okay, there is a mutation in hemoglobin. Now I am discussing about what kind of mutation it occur. Generally in sickle cell anemia, there is an autosomal recessive pattern of inheritance. Okay, autosomal recessive pattern of inheritance. Okay, and the mutation is non-conservative missense mutation. Mutation is non-conservative missense mutation. Okay, so generally what happened? The RBC becomes sickle shape. RBC become sickle shape. Generally RBC shape is biconcave, but what happen in disease condition, it become sickle shape. It become what? Sickle shape. And sickle shape we can say in Hindi we can say हंसियाकार हो जाती है. ओके, इसके अलावा आप क्या कह सकते हैं? It can also known as a crescent moon. Clear everyone? So RBC become sickle shape or crescent moon. That's why RBC is not much able to transport more and more oxygen. So now what happened in this disorder? Generally we found two kind of form. In hemoglobin there is a alpha chain and beta chain. What happened? In hemoglobin there is a alpha chain and beta chain. So in sickle cell anemia there are two forms, whether it may be a heterozygous form or it may be a homozygous form. Now let us understand what is heterozygous and what is homozygous. Okay, so if you're talking about homozygous, अगर हम homozygous की बात करें, then what happen? Here we have what? HBB gene, means hemoglobin B जो है, means HBB means beta chain is mutated. Okay, so there are two genes. So the mutation on HBB, one gene and another gene. Okay, mutation on both gene, then it is basically a HBSS. Okay, clear everyone? So hemoglobin sickle shape. Okay, clear everyone? So this kind of condition is known as a homozygous condition and this is known as a sickle cell disease. This condition is known as a sickle cell disease. But there is another condition as well. What is the another condition? There is a possibility of mutation on one gene but the other gene remain normal. Other gene remain normal. Okay, so this is HB beta gene. Okay, or we can say HBB gene. So this is normal and this is mutated. Okay, so this condition is known as a heterozygous condition. This condition is known as a heterozygous condition. Okay, so this particular pattern is found in the carriers. Okay, this particular condition is found in the carrier and this kind of condition is known as a sickle cell trait. Okay, this condition is known as a sickle cell trait. So both the condition are different. Okay, this is particularly a disease condition. So person may suffering so many things like deficiency in the circulation of oxygen amount. Okay, as well as anemic condition and pain conditions. But in the sickle cell trait, what happened? We do not found any kind of health problem. We do not found any kind of health problem. Okay, so there is no health problem except or unless the person exposed to high altitude as well as dehydration. If person कहाँ चला जाता है? हाई एल्टीट्यूड पर चला जाता है और डिहाइड्रेशन हो जाता है, इन दैट केस देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ सम ऑफ द पेन और सम ऑफ द कंडीशन. एज वेल एज दिस सिकल सेल ट्रेट इज resistance or there is a chance to decrease amount of Plasmodium falciparum malaria, means such kind of person is resistance again Plasmodium falciparum malaria. Okay, so this kind of thing we found in Africans. This kind of thing we found in Africans. Okay, so this is known as a evolutionary advantage. This is known as a evolutionary advantage. Okay, so there are so many African people. In those people, they have a less amount of chances of malaria, Plasmodium falciparum malaria, and this is known as a evolutionary advantage. Now what happened in hemoglobin? We have this is alpha chain and this is beta chain. Okay, so now this beta chain is destructed. This beta chain is destructed and there is a less capacity of hemoglobin to carry out the oxygen. Okay, now just understand what happened. In hemoglobin we have what? 2 alpha chain and 2 beta chain. In hemoglobin what we have? 2 alpha chain and 2 beta chain. Now there are so many type of hemoglobin. Okay, so like HbS, HbC and HbE, as well as we also found HbA. Okay, HbA, HbF. So in HbF we found 2 alpha and 2 gamma chain, not beta chain. So HbF is already resistance again this sickle cell anemia. Okay, so now what happened in HbS, C and E? Okay, so what happened in the hemoglobin? In all of these type of hemoglobin we have a amino acid chain. So this is what a amino acid chain. Okay, and clear, and this is beta chain. This is what? A beta chain. Clear? So there are 6 amino acids. There are so many amino acids. I am just writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So important thing is on the 6th position. Important thing is on the 6th position. On the 6th position, in normal condition, there is a glutamic acid. There is a glutamic acid. But in sickle cell condition, what happened? There is a replacement of glutamine by the valine in HbS hemoglobin. Okay, so this is replaced, glutamic acid is replaced by valine. Okay, clear everyone? Now I am giving you just a model. Just understand, this is the chain, beta chain, this is the beta chain. Okay, this is beta chain. Now on this 6th position, this is the 6th position. Okay, this is 6th position. Now this is what a glutamic acid. This is what a glutamic acid. Now in mutation condition, now missense mutation, what happened? Just look at here on green color. This is green color. This is glutamic acid is replaced by this green color ring, and this is what a valine. This is what a valine. Okay, I hope you people are able to understand. In this HbS there is a replacement, as well as in HbC on beta 6 glutamic acid is replaced by lysine. Now the amino acid is changed. Here is a valine and here is a lysine. And HbE, what happened? The position number is also changed. The position number is 26 and the amino acid again glutamic acid, and it is changed by the lysine. Okay, so now glutamic acid is common in everywhere. Okay, and the remaining replacement of the amino acid is different in this position and this position. So understand, glutamic acid is a hydrophilic. Okay, glutamic acid is a hydrophilic in nature, but valine is hydrophobic nature. There is a change in the polarity. Here we have a what? Polarity, and here we have a non-polar. Okay, this is non-polar. Clear everyone? So due to the change in the polarity, what happened? Hemoglobin, this is what our hemoglobin. Okay, so what happened? So due to the change in the shape, what happened? Hemoglobin start the polymerization. Hemoglobin start the polymerization. Okay, and due to polymerization there is also a stickiness. So due to polymerization, what happened? Just look at here. This is what such kind of shape is formed due to the polymerization. Okay, so this is our sickle shape. This is our sickle shape. So such kind of thing occur, and there is a repeated sickling. So this formation is known as a sickling. Okay, and there is a repeated sickling. So many sickling occur in this kind of condition. Okay, So due to this repeated sickling, what happened? This is the RBC, and RBC containing what? Hemoglobin. Okay. So the cell membrane become weakened. So there is a weakness, okay, in cell membrane. Okay. So now cell membrane become weaker and there is a destruction, premature destruction. Due to weakness in the cell membrane, there is a premature destruction. So due to premature destruction, what happened in the extravascular site? So this is what a extravascular region. Okay, extravascular site, what happened? RBC become damaged. Okay, so there is a possibility in the damage in the RBC, and due to damage in the RBC, hemoglobin may spill out. So there is a possibility of hemoglobin spill out. Okay, hemoglobin HB spill out. Okay, so now RBC is destructed. Okay, so due to destruction of RBC and low amount of RBC, now low RBC as well as low hemoglobin, so this condition ultimately cause what? Anemia. Okay, now this hemoglobin, this is the hemoglobin, and this hemoglobin can be recycled by, this spilled out hemoglobin can be recycled by haptoglobin. So haptoglobin can recycle. Okay, recycled. Okay, so hemoglobin can be recycled by haptoglobin, but what happened? There is a low amount of haptoglobin. Okay, so due to this, there is a possibility of the remaining hemoglobin. Now what happened? Due to extravascular hemolysis, there is a low amount of what? Low amount of haptoglobin. So this hemoglobin can be yield in the unconjugated bilirubin. Okay, bilirubin. Okay, so due to high amount of bilirubin, now because it is not totally recycled, that's why what happened? There is a high amount of unconjugated bilirubin. So this bilirubin ultimately yield three kind of disease condition. The first one is high amount of bilirubin cause what? Jaundice. Okay, and as well as gallstone. Clear? And scleral icterus. So okay, you are able to understand these three conditions can generate, okay, scleral icterus, jaundice and gallstone. Okay, so now this is the first pathological hallmark. Now I am discussing more pathological hallmark of sickle cell anemia. I am just rubbing this portion and giving you the next step of pathological hallmarks. Okay, so in sickle cell anemia, due to anemic condition, what happened? Bone marrow may get activated. If bone marrow may get activated, what happened? It increase the production of reticulocytes. And we already know reticulocytes are premature blood cells. Okay, RBC, premature RBC. Okay, so due to increased production of reticulocyte, it increase the production of new bone formation. Okay, and due to new bone formation, it increase the expansion of medullary cavities in skull. Okay, so due to expansion of medullary cavity in skull, what it will do? It increase enlarged cheeks and hair on end of the skull X-ray. If you are going for X-ray of the skull, what we find in sickle cell patient, we find enlarged cheeks as well as hair on end of the X-ray of the skull. Okay, now in outside the bone marrow, what happened? There is extramedullary hematopoiesis. Okay, and this extramedullary hematopoiesis occur in the liver. Okay, and it will ultimately cause what? Hepatomegaly. Okay, now if we are looking on the sickle cell disease, there is also possibility in the blood vessels. Now these are our blood vessels. Okay, these are what? Our blood vessels. In these blood vessels, what happened? There is a occlusion. Okay, how it occlude? these are sickle cells, okay, these are sickle cell shape RBC, and they clog these capillaries. So this condition is known as a vascular occlusion, okay. So in vascular occlusion occur in many organ of our body, okay. So what happen? Suppose vascular occlusion occur in infant stage. Suppose it occur in infant stage in the blood capillaries of the hand and feet. So what happen? In the bones of hand and feet, it cause occlusion or clogging. So it ultimately cause dactylitis. It ultimately cause what? Dactylitis. Okay, and dactylitis is what? A inflammation of digit. It is a what? Inflammation of digit. So due to this inflammation, there is a pain in the hand and feet of the infant, okay. Now what happen in the other bones? In other bones there is also a pain crisis. There is also a pain crisis, okay, as well as avascular necrosis occur in the bones. Clear everyone? Apart from these, what happen in the lungs? Suppose in the lungs there is a clogging of the blood capillaries in the lungs. What happen? It ultimately cause acute chest syndromes, okay, just because of hypoxia, okay. So there is a acute chest syndrome, okay. Why it occur? Because of hypoxia, in the lungs, okay. Hypoxia occur in the lungs because of deoxygenated RBC present, and this deoxygenated RBC ultimately cause hypoxia, and this hypoxia ultimately lead to the acute chest syndrome, okay everyone. Now looking on the renal papilla, okay. So in renal organ, what happen? If there is a clogging in the renal area, if there is a clogging in renal papilla, what happen? Clogging, okay. So due to renal clogging, there is a renal papilla necrosis. There is a necrosis, okay. So now this renal papilla necrosis, ultimately what it will do? It will cause hematuria as well as proteinuria, okay, urea. So these are the two conditions which we found in the case of sickle cell anemia, okay. Now just understand what happened with the cerebral area. If there is a cerebral vascular occlusion, okay, if there is a cerebral vascular occlusion, अगर brain में जाने वाली जो vessels हैं उनमें occlusion हो जाएगा, so it ultimately lead to the stroke. It ultimately lead to the stroke, as well as it also lead to the Moyamoya disease. It also lead to the Moya disease, okay. In Moyamoya disease, what happened? There is a formation of puff of smoke in collateral vessels, okay, okay. So these are the two conditions occur in the brain area, stroke and Moyamoya disease condition, okay. Now what happened with the penis? So if vascular occlusion occur in the penis, then it ultimately lead to the priapism, okay. And what is priapism? It is basically a painful erection. It is what? A painful erection, okay. So this is about the penis. Now moving on the spleen, what happened with the spleen? Now if there is a occlusion in the spleen, what happened? It ultimately cause infraction of the spleen, okay. The first thing is infraction, and then there is a splenic sequestration, means backup of blood, okay, is sequestrated. So spleen sequestration, and due to infraction, if it is a chronic condition, then what happen? Infraction ultimately lead to the autosplenectomy, okay. Now spleen is not functional because of autosplenectomy, okay. And as we know, spleen is useful to phagocytize the microbes. Now our body is, means the body of patient of sickle cell anemia is vulnerable for microbes. What kind of microbe? Encapsulated microbes, okay. So what are the encapsulated bacteria? These Streptococcus pneumoniae, as well as Haemophilus influenzae, as well as Neisseria meningitidis and Salmonella species. These all microbes can cause infection. So, and this is pneumonia as well as influenza both lead to infection to the lungs. Okay, it ultimately lead to the infection of the lungs. And generally, what happen in our body? Generally, these microbes are opsonized and phagocytized by the macrophage of the spleen. By the macrophage of the spleen. Okay. In this condition, if we are if we are making the blood smear, peripheral blood smear of the sickle cell patient, what we found? We found Howell bodies. We found Howell body. Okay, and these Howell bodies are what? Basophilic nuclear remnant. ये क्या है? Basophilic nuclear remnant है. Okay, so Howell body जो हैं वो आप लोगों के लिए ये क्वेश्चन MCQ में आ सकता है. Okay, so remember this, Howell bodies are hallmark. Okay, and we can use them as a purpose of the diagnosis. Okay, everyone. Now moving on the diagnostic parameter. What are the diagnostic parameter of sickle cell anemia? Okay, so newborn blood spot screening, this is the first test we can do. Then blood smear, peripheral blood smear. In peripheral blood smear we can find Howell bodies, so we can identify by this. Then protein electrophoresis. Okay, so in protein electrophoresis we can check the level of hemoglobin, means if there are different kind of hemoglobin present, and we can found the mutation. Okay, as well as osmotic fragility test. Okay, so these are the 4 tests we can utilize for the purpose of the diagnosis. Okay, now the question occur our in mind, what is the treatment option for sickle cell anemic condition? Okay, so in sickle cell anemic condition, what are the options available for us? Okay, so if the person is suffering from hypoxia and dehydration, okay, then we need to give O2 supplement. Okay, as well as electrolytes, clear? So this is the first thing. Then if patient is suffering from pain, then there is a need to give opioids. Okay, so opioids we are giving. Then if the person is suffering from infection, such kind of bacteria, then there is a need to give antibiotics. Okay, antibiotics. Okay, if the children are suffering, okay, then we are giving them penicillin injection as well as polysaccharide vaccination. And what are the other option for us? What are the other option? The other drug which we are giving for the treatment is hydroxyurea. Okay, why we are giving this? Because it increase gamma globin amount. It increase what? Gamma globin amount. Okay, and gamma globin further prevent this formation of sickling. Okay, because if there is a only mutation in beta globin, so if we are increasing the gamma globin, so it decrease the mutation process. Okay, that's why hydroxyurea is useful. And we rarely need bone marrow transplantation. So bone marrow transplantation is a rare need in this case. Okay, so hopefully you people are able to understand the sickle cell anemic condition. So here I discuss some question with you guys, so give the answer of all of these questions. And if you really find this lecture is beneficial for you, then like the video, share the video and subscribe the channel. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind. Hello everyone, discussing the question number 1. Treatment option for sickle cell anemia is A. Hydroxyurea, B. Opioid, C. Antibiotic, and D. All are correct. Question number 2. Diagnosis of sickle cell anemia is done by A. Protein electrophoresis, B. Blood smear, C. Osmotic fragility test, and D. All are correct. Question number 3. Howell body found in blood smear of which anemia case? A. Sickle cell anemia, B. Pernicious anemia, C. Iron deficiency anemia, and D. All are correct. Question number 4. Sickle cell anemia occur due to A. Mutation in beta chain of hemoglobin, B. Mutation in alpha chain of hemoglobin, C. Mutation in gamma chain of hemoglobin, and D. All are correct. Question number 4. Find true statement for sickle cell anemia. A. Glutamic acid is replaced by valine at 6th position of beta chain of hemoglobin. B. Valine is replaced by glutamic acid at 6th position of beta chain of hemoglobin. C. Hemoglobin polymerization occur. D. RBC become crescent moon shape. A. First option A and B. Second option B, C and D are correct. Third option A, C and D are correct. Fourth option B and D are correct. So I already given answer of all of these questions in my lecture. So go through with the lecture and answer in comment box.